Am I the idiot for telling my sister-in-law to watch her mouth? My husband hosted a dinner party last night for his family. They tend to have a big one 2 or 3 times during the summer, and it was my husband's turn. It was also my 17-year-old son Luke and I's first time meeting his extended family. We both come from pretty well-off families, but he is pretty snobby from what my husband told me. I was a bit nervous, but Luke was a mess. My husband and his stepsisters tried comforting him, but by the time everyone arrived, he would not leave my side. It was okay-ish. They were definitely snobby, but most of them were okay. Maybe slightly out of touch but harmless. The real issue was dinner. Everyone was sitting at the dining table, and my husband told us earlier that his family said grace before eating, so we were waiting for everyone to get situated. I then noticed Luke fidgeting and he was starting to sweat as well. I grabbed his hand to calm him down, and he was shaking. I was extremely confused and concerned, and next thing I knew he had taken a large bite of the mashed potato on his plate. Nobody cared or noticed except my sister-in-law, who was sitting right in front of him. She gasped very dramatically and said, "I can't believe he ate before grace. How disrespectful." She then turned to my husband and said, "Your wife is lovely, but I'm getting bad vibes from the boy." I was shocked and immediately told her to watch her mouth. Her husband, sister-in-law's, not mine, then told me to watch my son. By that point, my husband told them to SDFU or leave, so they shut up. But it was pretty awkward, and my sister-in-law was glaring at me the whole time. Before leaving, she told me that I ruined dinner and that she can see where my son gets his behavior from. She implied I was the idiot for telling her to watch her mouth and embarrassing her and being rude. My husband told me to ignore her, but his other sister and his mother as well are asking me to apologize and start disciplining my son. So am I the idiot? It's pretty low stakes, as I'm more concerned about my son's behavior. He's been acting extremely out of character, but I want some perspective. Now for a few comments before the update. Not the idiot. She disrespected your son in his own home after you made the accommodations for their religious practices that you clearly do not follow yourselves. The entitlement and cruelty of so many Christians really knows no bounds. Comment 2. Not the idiot, but also info? I'd have done the same thing. A guest in your own home telling your son, in his own home, that he's disrespectful in front of everybody isn't right at all. I'd understand if he said or did something rude or outrageous, but then it would be your job to say something discreetly with him. But for taking a bite of food before she saw it to be acceptable? Just no. Out of curiosity, why was your son so nervous that he wouldn't leave your side and was sweating and shaking? And also, is saying grace a normal part of your dinner times? Because if you don't do this often, he clearly didn't understand. Either way, not the idiot. You didn't allow a virtual stranger to embarrass your boy, the same way I wouldn't. Then the original poster responded with, "Glad to see that I didn't overreact. And the thing is, I'm not sure myself. He's usually very carefree, but something triggers him out of nowhere, and he turns into a different and extremely anxious person. We're taking him to a therapist soon though, so we're definitely getting to the bottom of it. And no, we never do grace. Never something my family did." Now for the update. So I didn't expect to get so much attention from my original post, as I posted it at like 4 a.m, and it was really low stakes and something I posted out of pure curiosity. I was glad to see that I was not an idiot. To be honest, the only reason I was doubting myself is because my mother-in-law is probably the wisest person I know and was insistent that I was in the wrong. So the update. As a lot of you are aware, my focus was my son, and I told my husband as much, which he respected. He said he would deal with his sister, and he did. But my father-in-law had a pretty terrifying health scare, and we were forced to meet. I didn't want to cause a scene considering the circumstances, but my sister-in-law apologized for saying the things she said, but she also told me that she still believes that my son was disrespectful. She then told me that she had noticed him sneakily eating stuff off the dinner table all night, so before the dinner, and thought that was something I should be aware of. I told her that she needed to apologize to my son and IDC about what she finds disrespectful. She just walked off, so there wasn't much improvement there. She's also back in the States now, and we won't be seeing her for a while. As for my son, the thing she told me about my son sneakily eating stuff concerned me for a couple reasons, and basically after pairing that with the extreme anxiety and similar behaviors with food, we managed to book an earlier appointment with not a therapist like originally planned, but our doctor. We were then referred to a mental health professional, and after some time he was diagnosed with OCD. Not gonna go into detail about that, but it's been pretty confusing, and I'm just thankful we were able to see a healthcare professional so quickly. We now have a therapy appointment specifically regarding his OCD in the next week, and we're taking this all one step at a time. Also, despite my mother-in-law's previous beliefs about the incident, she has been extremely supportive and told me that she's been thinking it over and that she doesn't think I was in the wrong, as I was just defending my child, who she believes did nothing wrong either. She apologized, and now we're cool again. Anyways, thanks for all the comments, and I really appreciate everyone's concern regarding my son. He's going to be okay, and so is our relationship with my husband's family. Comment 1. Any idea why sister-in-law's behavior at the dinner was so hostile? In the 44 years since I turned 18, no family event has included words as hostile as your sister-in-law's comments to you and your son. I'm sorry you experienced this. Then the original poster responded with, husband just told me that she was just being nitpicky and wanted to find something to be upset about. She's also friends with his ex-wife, so there's that, but I don't think that's why, as his ex-wife and him ended things nicely, and she's been kind to me every time we've met. Comment 2. You're the idiot. Are you seriously trying to play the victim here? Your sister-in-law had every right to call out your son for disrespecting their religious practice. It's not about being snobba or out of touch, it's about showing basic respect in someone else's home. You should have taught your son better manners and explained the importance of grace before dinner. But instead of acknowledging your son's mistake, you lash out at your sister-in-law and tell her to watch her mouth. How dare you try to silence someone who is simply pointing out your son's inappropriate behavior? It's clear that you have no respect for other people's beliefs and traditions. Now, for the next story. Would I be the idiot if I denied my mom this? My mom is awesome. She is the epitome of what a mother should be. Might not have liked us all the time, but always loved us no matter what. When mom moved in with us, it was great. Loved having her here. Now there is a sibling that lives 1 mile down the road, one that lives 20 miles away, and 2 that live out of state. The only time any of them, kids, grandkids, or great-grandkids, would come to see her or just call and talk to her was when they wanted something, money. Mom has been pretty much ignored by all but us for a very long time. She would be so hurt some days, and she tried to hide it from us, but we knew. So, my husband and kids tried to make up for their sorry behavior. I would have to guilt-trip them to give her any type of attention. When she got sick, I took care of her for as long as I could at home, but eventually she needed professional care, and unfortunately, I could not give her that. None of them offered to help take care of her. None of them offered any type of help with anything from taking her to doctor appointments, medicine, food when she went on a special diet, equipment, just nothing. When she had her heart attack, she told me what items she wanted me to give my siblings if she passed away. Thankfully, she pulled through. Now mom's health is really bad. Whenever she was in the hospital, none but my husband and kids would visit or stay with her. It's getting close to the end now, and all I have heard is what they want to have of moms. Other than what she has told me to give them, I wonder if I should. I really don't want to. I mean, they could not even be bothered to come visit with her, take her to lunch, or even just talk to her on the phone. She loves all of us unconditionally, but they cannot be bothered with her because it might interfere with their life. They mention how they want to rummage through all of mom's personal property to see if they want anything. I mean, seriously, these idiots are like maggots wanting to consume everything. I'm thinking about donating everything to charity. I would feel no shame at all and would be filled with glee while I smile and laugh right in their faces as I tell them what I've done. Petty, I know, but with everything that has gone on, I just don't believe they deserve anything. I do hate how they have made me feel so much anger towards them, but worse is how they have made mom feel. All of us, myself included, have treated her awful at one time or another. I am the youngest of 5, and although my time of being an age to her was in my teens, I still put her through hell. Yes, I grew up, but I was still a little poop. Just wanted to put it out there. So would I be the idiot if I don't fulfill mom's request? Now, for a few comments before the update. Not the idiot, but for your mom's sake, give them whatever items she specifically told you to and nothing else. Take or donate the rest, and definitely don't give them the opportunity to rummage, especially since they did nothing to help her while she's alive. Your relatives are absolutely AHs and vultures. I'm so sorry about your mom. OP comment 2. Soft. You're the idiot. As hard as it is, you should fulfill your mom's dying wish. Give them what she said they could have and nothing else. If she's still able, have her put it in writing, a will, so they can't try and take what isn't theirs. Now for the update. First, let me say thank you to all that commented, and I really appreciated all the advice. Mom passed, and I was lucky enough to be with her when she took her last breath, and thankfully she did go peacefully. I did give my siblings the items that my mother requested, and as I suspected, they did what I knew they would. Did mom leave a life insurance policy? Did she have any money in the bank? I'm coming over and going through mom's stuff to see what I want. Like a swarm of locusts, they tried to descend. I would not allow them to go through her belongings. When I gave them the items mom specified, they looked at them and said, "That's it?" I also let them know there was no life insurance policy, and if they wanted, they could help me with her medical bills and help pay for the funeral. Guess how much they offered? Drum roll, nothing. I was so surprised. Anyway, I let them know when the service is, and after that I will be going no contact. But it would not surprise me if I received a court summons soon to produce any and all of mom's records because they don't believe she didn't have the loads of money that they were counting on. Comment 1. I'm so sorry for your loss. My dad and our family just went through the same thing with his mom and my grandma. People get so weird when someone they depended on suddenly needs you. The worst for us was my grandma's sister. Not that she was any good before my grandma got sick, they become vultures for things that aren't even theirs. Definitely go no contact, and don't give them a second thought, they aren't worth it. Comment 2. So sorry to hear about your loss, but I'm happy to hear it was peaceful. I believe you are right about a legal fight and would suggest that you beat them to the punch and go see a lawyer and secure your mother's estate before they send you anything. Blessing to you and your family. Now, for the next story. Am I the idiot for refusing to not attend my wife's baby shower? Last Saturday, my wife had her baby shower, which turned out to be a very long event from midday until 10 p.m. Prior to this, while we were planning the baby shower and sending out invites, I had initially intended to invite my entire family. However, my wife informed me that the baby shower was going to be female only, which confused me. In my family, I have attended baby showers for all my female relatives, so it felt like this was a cultural difference. Unfortunately, this meant I had to embarrassingly uninvite people after already sending out invitations. Initially, I didn't make a big deal out of it because it was my wife's special day. However, later on, she told me that the no men rule extended to me as well. I thought she was joking, but she was serious, explaining that it's customary in her family to have a ladies-only baby shower. At this point, I became upset. In a baby shower that I was paying for and planning, I was being excluded from my own wife's event in my own home. I found it absurd. The party lasted for about 10 hours, and I was expected to leave my own house for the entire duration. We argued back and forth about this issue. It just seemed ridiculous to me that as her husband, I was not allowed to attend my own wife's baby shower. Her sister overheard our argument and supported my wife's stance, saying that men are typically not invited to baby showers and that my presence would ruin the atmosphere and vibe. This disagreement occurred 3 weeks before the actual baby shower, and even on the day before the event, I tried reasoning with my wife again to let me stay, but she still refused. She also told some of her family members about our argument because I got an angry text from her mother telling me to just listen to what she says since the baby shower is for her, not me, and that she can decide whoever attends or doesn't. I still refuse to leave since it's our home and I'm literally paying for the event. I managed to compromise by just chilling in the backyard, where everyone else was inside. My wife still wasn't happy about it though. Am I the idiot here? There's no updates, so here's a few comments. I can't get past OP paying for the shower. I've never seen that before. In my experience, baby/bridal showers are given by close friends as part of the gift. Having the new mom/bride plan and pay for the shower is ridiculous in my opinion. She's got enough going on already. I'm from Texas, so maybe it's a southern thing. Comment 2. Everyone sucks here. You both should work on communicating better with each other. Baby showers are traditionally female only and co-ed. Baby showers are a more recent thing, with some cultures adopting the practice more openly than others. Your wife shouldn't have assumed that you knew this tradition though, and should have expressed her intentions while you guys were planning. If you enjoyed today's video, you'll like these ones too. Thanks for watching and see you next time.